Well, hello. It's me again. It's Butter Roll Boutique. And this is take two of my attempt of trying to go live today. I hope that everyone can hear me well. Um, I'm going to, I'm trying to learn how to do everything. So I'm pulling up my live on the other device. I kind of goofed with my um, thumbnail. So here I am starting all back over, and I hope that you all can hear me well. I hope that you all can see well. And I'm going to try to recreate the video. I thought it was going pretty good the first time that I did it, but here we go again. I just wanted to acknowledge some people so that I could go ahead and put this, try to find a place to store these items that I have. And the first person is that I have up is from Melanie's Crochet and More. My package came in. I made a purchase on her. Um, I made a purchase on her live sellathon that she was having, and it was being hosted by Melanie's Crochet and More and Gigi the Crochet Queen, Angela's Treasure, and VJ. Okay. Hello, the Moody Artist. Um, how are you this morning? Thank you for the thumbs up, and I hope that you can hear me well. Um, like I said, this is take two. The first episode did not go too well because they said that I was muted. So I don't know what happened, but I hope that you can hear me well, and I have another device so that I can see the comments. Thank you for coming once again. Okay, this is from Melanie the Crochet. Okay, she said, I can hear you. Thank God. Oh, boy. I don't know what happened. I think my phone rang and then that just threw the whole thing off with my first recording. But here I am trying it again. These are pom-poms that Melanie sent me. And look at the colors. I have white, the brown, I have gray and black, and I got all of these for $10. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. Look like there's 9 in here. So yeah, I got all of these for $10 from the sellathon. And so I also received. I see that there's a lag on that other phone, but I'm gonna keep going. But I also received from Melanie some mandalas. I received 5 of these. That's right, 5 mandalas for $10. So if you can ever catch a sale that's being done by Melanie, Melanie's Crochet and More, VJ, Angela's Treasure, and Gigi the Crochet Queen, it is a good idea to jump in there because those ladies have some good products and they sell them for a reasonable price. I could afford this. 5 mandalas for $10. Mm-hmm. And these mandalas are, it's 590 yards each. It's a lightweight 3, and the color is chimera. Let me make sure all of these. Let me see these other colors. Yep, all the colors are chimera. They're all the same. So, yeah, this was a great deal. Okay, let me put this over to the side. Good morning, Good Eats Homestead. I'm so glad that you made it back. Yep, the first one was a bit of a blooper, but I'm learning, so here I am. Okay, the next person or channel that I want to recognize is um, this is a winning that I got from the hashtag I made it giveaway that was hosted or collaborated by uh, Crafts by the Rose. But I won the giveaway from um, Daphne's Creative Touch. Yep, I won something. And she sent my winnings. I've already opened it. I've already looked in it, but I want to share it with you. This is what I won. I won some fingerless gloves, handmade fingerless gloves, and which I love because I always wear these during the winter. I mean, these are the only type gloves I wear. If it gets really, really cold, guess what? I might put on two pair, but I never wear the gloves with the fingers in. That's because I'm always doing something with my hands. But look at the bonus. I love these. And this is what I won. But she put a bonus inside the bubble mailer. And I can't wait to show you all this beautiful hat from Daphne's Creative Touch. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? She didn't have to do that, but she added this in, and I thank you so much. It's well made, it's beautiful. I don't know my stitches very well, so I can't really tell you what stitch this is. Maybe a V stitch because I see a lot of V's going there. But isn't that beautiful? I'll be wearing this weekend. Yes, I will. Okay, so we're gonna move this to the side because I have another. Um, oh, Daphne had a note inside of this one. She said, "Thank you for taking part in the I Made It giveaway. I'm so sorry for the blah 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 blah. But that is a little bit and she said the hat inside was an extra add-on due to the delay. Happy holidays to you and thank you so much, sweet Daphne from Daphne's Creative Touch. I appreciate that. I never win anything, and I won this. Okay, now the last person that I want to acknowledge is, and I couldn't think of the name before, but it is Barf. Yarn Barf. I won a $10 cash giveaway from Yarn Barf. Yes, I did. I showed up at Freehandlymade's birthday party, and she was giving away stuff left and right. And she and Yarn Barf had donated a $10 giveaway, and I won it. So I've won two things this holiday season, and I'm so happy. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Isn't that something? I have to remember that. That's a lesson. That's a lesson. I am a winner. I'm a winner every day. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm very grateful for those ladies that even allowed me to participate in these giveaways. Okay, so that's all I have for today as far as the giveaways, the things that I have won and purchased from fellow um, crafters. And I'm just so happy to be a part of the community. You welcomed me with open arms. Okay, then I started on my other video. I made it down to what I was working on this morning. I don't have as much time as I had before, but I'm grateful for those of you who came back. But what I was showing you was the scrubby yarn and some nylon yarn. Both of these are by Red Heart, and I'm mixing the two together this morning to make a kitchen scrubby because I've had this yarn a long time. I made some scrubbies a few years ago for some people, and they enjoyed them and have requested more. So I dug in my stash and I found a Red Heart Scrubby yarn, and I bought this from Walmart years ago for $1, and the regular price is $4.24. Hello, Ruth in Georgia, Backyard Garden. I hope I'm welcoming in everyone like I'm supposed to. Good Eats Homestead, the Moody Artist, and I hope that I haven't missed anyone. Thank you all for coming back. Woo. Okay, um, this is my second live, so just bear with me. This one is also a red heart, but it is nylon. Okay, Coats and Clark. I don't even know if Coats and okay. Can you hear me? My phone started ringing again. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. This time I didn't answer it. I just, hung it up real quick. Okay, so I'm using these two yarns. I'm going to combine them and make the dish scrubby. So I already started, and so in my other video, I'm not going to go and do this whole scrubby. I may just show it in another video or something later on. So I'm going to rush through this. I'm using a 6.0 millimeter hook. This scrubby yarn calls for a 5.0 hook. It tells you what size hook to use on the label. It's a 4-weight and it calls for a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. And if you were going to use knitting needles, it says to use a 5 millimeter. Okay, so I have this yarn, and then I have the nylon yarn, and I'm going to use a 6.0. So far, I have chained 25 chains, and then I went back on the chain with a single crochet, and I single crocheted 24. Okay, then I chained one at the end, and I started what the pattern that I'm going to use. I started a single crochet, then a half double crochet, then a single crochet, and a half double crochet, and I'll keep going like that until I get all the way across. And at the end I should have 24 stitches again. Remember, I chained 25, I skipped one, and then I single crochet 24. So throughout this whole pattern I should have 24, not 23, not 25. And in order to keep myself straight, because this yard is very difficult, you see how the scrubby is made with the little frillies on it, and then the nylon mixed with it. It's kind of hard to see the stitches. See that? Okay. So what I've done is I've added for the first row, first stitch and the last stitch, I've added a stitch marker, and that's just a little plastic pin that you put into your stitch so that when I get there, I'll know I'm done, because I have a history of adding stitches where they're not needed. Okay, so I look very carefully and I find my next stitch. This, at first I got to determine what goes next, because I stopped in the middle. And I really can't identify stitches that well, so I'm going to go back to the beginning, look at my V's, and I started with a single crochet, HDC, 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 and that was a single crochet. Okay, so my next stitch is going to be an HDC, which is a half double crochet. I will go in, and I'm making my stitches kind of loose. I find my next stitch and do a single, and my next stitch will be a half, My next stitch will be a single and a half. And what's my next, wait a minute, what's my next stitch? A single, that's right. The next stitch will be a single. And my next stitch will be a half. And the last stitch will be, it's right here, so I'll remove my stitch marker, and that was a half, so this will be a single. Okay, single crochet there. And that is my third row. I have to write things down because I will definitely, I have memory issues. It's just part of my condition. So here we go. We're going to chain one and turn. See how we turned our work? Let me get some more yarn out here. And because I started with a single on the last row, this row I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to start with the half double DC, and then I will SC, and then I will HDC. That is what I plan to do on row 4. So I turn my work. Did I chain one? Oh, yes, I did. I chained one. I turned my work. Okay, and so I will start with an HDC instead of a single. So basically I'm putting half doubles in my singles and putting singles in my half doubles. So I made my first stitch. Make sure you have both yarns. And I'm going to put my stitch marker there so that I won't lose my space. So that was a half double, and my next stitch will be a single. I have to find it. Make sure you find the right hole, that you're putting it in the right spot. It's a single. Use your fingers, find the hole, and put it in the right spot. That's a half double. So my next one will be a single. And I will go on with this pattern, half double, single. Let's look at the chat. Thank you so much, the Moody Artist. Thank you, Good Eats. Hello, Melody Maid. Oh, thank you for coming. That means so much to me. I stopped and I talked and spoke to you, and now I lost my place again. Okay, so here we go. We did an HDC single, HDC single, HDC single. So my next is an HDC. This is what people do, like me, who have different issues than other people. I have to do what I have to do, use strategies that I have learned to keep myself on track, because I'll forget. These stitches look so much alike, especially with this scrubby yarn. I really can't tell the difference. So whenever I talk in the middle of a row, I kind of get off track. So here we go again. We did a HDC, SC, HDC, SC, HDC, SC, HDC. Okay, I'm not going to say anything this time. This is a single crochet that goes here HDC. Single. Gotta make sure you get under both of those strings. And a half double. Single. HDC. Let me get a little bit more yarn. Try to keep them. It really doesn't matter if they tangle, but just for my comfort, try to keep them from tangling. Oh God. Okay. Where did I stop? HDC? Single. HDC. Single. HDC. Single. HDC. Single. HDC. Okay. I made it to the end. Let me check the chat. Thank you, Melody. Thank you so much for coming by. You have a blessed day as well. Big Son's Lawn Care, thank you for coming in and thank you for the encouragement. I'm going to chain one and turn. Okay. One thing about it is I may make a few mistakes, but I'm not going to give up. I'll come back with more power, with more energy, with a renewed mind. And here I am. Okay, so now we're on row 5, everybody. We're on row 5. I don't know exactly how many rows I'm going to need because I want it to look like a square. So I'll keep working on this. I'll do just a couple more rows just to, I don't want to just prolong the video, but if anybody's watching and trying to get the hang of it, I want to make sure that you are getting and understanding that you have to hold both yarns together. I have the nylon yarn, which you could use cotton, and I have the scrubby yarn, and I'm holding both of these together as I crochet, trying to remember a pattern. I have a chain 1 at the beginning of every row, and if I started with an HDC on the last row, I'm going to start with the single crochet on this row, and the second stitch will be HDC, and I will complete the pattern that way. Okay? Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for reminding us for thumbs up. Okay, so I've chained 1, and I'm going to start with a single crochet. Single crochet. And the next stitch is in half double crochet. Single crochet. And a half double crochet. Single crochet. And a half double. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my diagnosis when I get to the end of the row. Single crochet, half double, a single crochet. Use your fingers to find the space to put the half double, single crochet, and a half double. You see how I had to pull those stitches apart a little bit just to find the right one. Single crochet, half double. Yep, it's trying to tangle up. I don't want to, I'm going to have to take that one out because my yarn tangled. Okay. And I think it was a half double. I'm crocheting loosely. I don't want it to be tight because I get out of frame. Okay, the next one is a single and half, single, then half, single, then half, single, half, single, then half. And when I get to the end, this lets me know that this is my last stitch. So I'm going to take it out and put in my single crochet. Then I'm going to chain one and turn my work. So now I'm on row 6. Now I said I was going to tell you a little bit about my diagnoses. I have a lot of them, but I'm just going to deal with the one that has given me the biggest problem. The biggest problem. And it took a long time for me to accept the fact that I have this diagnosis. I mean, I already had my children. I waited until they were school age, and I went back to school. I had goals. I finished school. I earned my associates right away after high school in business, and then I went back and earned a bachelor's degree, and that led me to my career. Then I went back during the career, and I earned my master's degree. And so during all this time, I was raising 4 children. I was married during this whole time, I was married for 30 years, raising 4 children, buying a house, working full time and sometimes part time. Yeah, and by that time, grandchildren had come along, and we were working and helping them with homework and trying to finish school. You know, I was doing a lot at that time, and it was just too much. You know, that's why I watch Frugal Mama when she talks about self-care. I just met her, but you know, it just seems like I've known her a long time, and I've met some other people who talk about taking care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. And I just waited and waited, and I said, Lord, how can I help somebody with this story of mine? Because I really was taking care of everybody else, and I did not take care of myself. So, guess what? I got sick. And all of those things that I just told you I had, my career, my marriage, my children, my house, my cars, my whatever I had, it didn't mean a thing. It did not mean a thing. I was pushing on through life and not taking care of myself. I was pushing on through life, trying to achieve things, and I wasn't stopping to get help from God or give God the glory. So you may hear this story more than once. It's the story of my life. Sometimes I'll have more details and sometimes I won't. But you just know that today I am here by the grace of God. The enemy tried to take me out. Life tried to throw me under the bus. But God. And so now I'm here. I have finally said, okay, if you say this is my problem, then I'll have to figure out a way to deal with it. Okay, so when I got sick, I had to quit working. I had to retire early. And so here I am. Here I am. But one day, now I was born and raised in the church by my grandmother and my mother. We went to church, and it was non negotiable. So I knew God, I knew who Jesus was, but it was just, when you start to make your way through life, and I try to warn my kids right now, when you try to start making your way through life, and when you start chasing things of this world, I think they call it chasing the bag nowadays, but when you start chasing things of this world, you have to remember we have these things put here for us to enjoy. He wants us to enjoy them, but don't put anything above God. Always put Him first. And so here I am in my 50s at the time when I had to retire early. Um, I can't remember how old I was, but I'm thinking the year was 2012 or 2013. I had to retire because my nerves had just shut down one day. I got sick. I couldn't think. There's a lot of stuff that came with what I was going through. And so I'm here today, almost 10 years later, and able to tell my story, able to sit here and crochet through this pattern that I learned all of these skills off YouTube. And I said, Lord, I need to give back to YouTube because YouTube has given to me. So I learned to do this on YouTube, watching video after video after video, and my learning curve was pretty rough. It took me a long time to learn how to do this simply because I was out of focus. I was not, you know, able to concentrate on anything. And so here I am today. Once again, that's right, good eats, but God. That's right, but God. I'm here to focus. I'm able to focus on this project. And bigger projects still give me problems. Reading patterns still give me problems. So I make up a lot of my projects that I do by looking at what others are doing. I'll copy what they're doing or make my own version of it or whatever. But I got a hold to Yolanda Jordan's book with making the dolls, and her patterns were easy to follow. I understood what she was saying. I don't know if it's because I had followed her for a few years or what, but I understood her patterns. So that's how I started making dolls. When she published her book, I started reading the patterns and making the dolls, and that's how I started making dolls. Um, I tried to make dolls in the past, but it was just a little bit too difficult for me. I just couldn't understand it. I couldn't grasp it. And so I feel more comfortable with it now. I'm grateful to be where I am. Um, at 50 years old, I was told that I had a disorder that evidently I must have had it all my life, and then it just kind of got worse as I plowed on through life. But the Lord has blessed me. I know strategies that I could use now through therapy to help me get through my day, my week. And so, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. So, I'm just thanking the Lord for every single moment that He gives me. Let me look at the chat. Good morning, Glenda. Thank you, thank you. I will. I'll keep going. Every day that God gives me breath, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep striving to do better, and I appreciate that. I appreciate your encouragement and for giving me the courage to go on. I mean, I'm not where I used to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Does that make sense? I'm not where I want to be or where I used to be, but I thank God I'm not what I used to be. Okay, let me go on with the next row, and I may tell a little bit more about my story after that, because I have to be able to concentrate. Okay, so my next row is 6, and because I started with SC, I already did my chain 1, and so my next stitch would be HDC, which is a half double crochet, and the one after that would be single crochet, and that is my pattern for this row. Like I said earlier, my desire is to be able to finally write my own patterns, because, and that's why I'm trying so hard to learn how to read the patterns now. So my first one, see, the first one is a half double crochet. Okay, and I stop. I have learned to stop and use this stitch marker. Okay, then I will find my next stitch. Sometimes I'll have to use my fingers and find it. It's a single, then an HDC, then a single, then an HDC. Make sure you go under both strands. Single, then an HDC, single, then an HDC, single, HDC. That's my pattern all the way across. Single, HDC, single, HDC, single, HDC, single, HDC, single, HDC, single, HTC. Wait a minute, I messed that up. HTC. Single. Uh-oh. Okay, now right here, I have forgotten to move my stitch marker. It's way down here, and it should be up here. But thank God I could see the hole, so I know it's one more left, so I'm going to, I think it's in HTC. Okay. Yep. So then I chain one, and I turn my work. I can't forget and leave that stitch marker because this will start to go crooked, and it may have already. And if that happens, then you can go back and count your stitches. Okay. Pull up a little bit so it won't come out. I'm supposed to have 24 stitches across here. And I'm going to have to count now because I left my stitch marker down there. And I don't know if I'm right or not. But to keep it from going crooked, I want to count now rather than later. So here we go. We're counting stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm counting this way because of the fuzzy yarn. Instead of counting my V's that I could barely see, I'm counting it this way. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh boy. That means I've messed up somewhere along the way. And it had to be on the row below because it does look like it stick out a little bit further. So you know what I have to do? I have to do what we call frog because I don't want this going crooked. I want it to be straight on both sides. So I will frog this out. This row, this whole row, it has to go. So I will pull it back. I'm pulling out row 6 because it had 25 and I need 24. Okay. That's why it's important for me to use stitch markers. Okay, so I pulled out row 6. Let me mark it so I know I pulled it out. And I'm going to pull out row 5 because it looks like it's bowing out. So I'm going to pull out row 5. And then I'll count again. This is all part of the process. Well, it's part of my process anyway. Okay, part of my process. So I pulled out row 5. So I'll have to redo that. So I'm down to row 4, so I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh man, what have I been doing? That has 25 stitches, and I know it's supposed to have 24. What a mess. Take 3. Okay, so I'm going to pull out row 4. I'm sorry, but that's just how life goes. That's where I stopped using my stitch marker. See there? This is some tricky yarn to work with. It's okay to pull it out. I don't feel defeated. I did at first when I was first trying. And first learning, I felt really defeated. But I don't feel defeated today. I feel good about it. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. How do I keep ending up with 25? You mean to tell me I've sat here and done the whole thing incorrectly? I'm pulling it out. That's row 3. I'm pulling out row 3. I'm not gonna see. I do take pride in my work now. I don't have to. If I mess up, I just start it over. I used to beat myself up about it, but I don't anymore. So just bear with me. Here we go. I took out that row. So now, come on now. We're down to the foundation row, and which was row 1. We're down to the chain row and single crochets of 24. Please, come on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I must not be counting right. I got 25 again. Forget it. Nope, I'm not going to give up. I'm starting over. I'm starting over. I'm starting over. How can this be? That's okay. I said I wasn't bothered by it, and I'm not going to be. Sometimes you make mistakes in life. It's okay to start over. I'm starting my life all over. It's okay to start over. It's okay to start over. Okay? So here I go. Start over. I start with a chain of 25. I do my slip knot right here. Just my slip knot. Where I taught myself to crochet using YouTube. And I'm going to chain 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so there's my 25 stitches. And I'm going to single crochet back 24 because I'm going to skip the first one and single crochet in the second one. I'm going to put in my stitch marker. I think I was just talking too much. Whoa, I broke it. I'm trying to talk and crochet at the same time, and usually that is not my jam. So that's 1. I'm usually listening to music in a quiet environment. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't give up. I feel the frustration coming, but I'm fighting it. That was 7. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. If I was making a video, certainly I would have just deleted that first take. So when you saw me, I would be doing it all nice, but you're getting it in real time today. I have 24 single crochets along my chain. So that's my first row. That was my second row. I'm down to my third row now. Chain one. I'm reading my own pattern and writing it, I guess, as I go. Now this time I want to pull up, which I should have done with my last row. I want to pull this tail up through my stitch. And I hope you can see what I did. I'm just sticking the hook into the row above and pulling the tail through. That's all I'm doing. Okay. I want to crochet over that tail so I won't have to sew it in later. Okay, so now that I have that up, I'm going back in the other direction and I will be doing a single crochet. I start my pattern now. Pull it tight, single crochet and a half double crochet. That's my pattern. Single crochet, half double, single, and half double, single, half double, single, half double. My stomach is growly. Guess it's trying to tell me it's breakfast time. But I tell you, it is single. Oh, it's difficult to lose weight, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to lose some weight because this cardiac doctor, single, is telling me that a lot of my health problems, half double, comes from my weight. Single, half double, single, half double, single, half double, single, half double, single, and a half double into this last stitch. Chain one and turn. Next row, HDC, SC. See how my pattern is switching back and forth? I started with a single last time, and this time I'm starting with a half double. So I'm going to go ahead and put my half double here. Replace my stitch marker. And I broke my stitch marker for this end, so I'm going to have to replace it or I'll lose my spot again. I don't want to do that, so let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. Put a stitch marker on the end. It's a little bigger than the other one. I can go ahead and throw this one in the garbage. And they snap like that sometimes. I tell you, sometimes I hold my grip so tight that I snap stitch markers. I have snapped hooks. And I have snapped yarn. It's part of the learning process. And just know that I am still, after almost 10 years, I'm learning. I'm still learning. And I'm taking you on this journey with me. I am on row 4. The first stitch was a HTC. The second one will be a single. And so I go down the whole row. HTC, single. HTC, single. See, single. HTC, single. HTC, single. HTC, single. HTC, single. Oh, wait. HTC. I didn't grab that one right. I'm trying to get in a hurry because now I'm wondering if my video is too long or I don't know. Somebody told me I needed to start doing lives. So I'm trying. I'm trying. HTC. Single. HTC. And then I'll remove my stitch marker and make a single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. And that's how you do it. Some people say I can go down, but I can't come back. I can go back, I can't go back up. You just get to the end, and if you're doing single crochet or half double, you just chain 1 and turn your whole work, whether it's a scarf you're working on whether it's a blanket or whatever, you chain one, turn, and go back into that very same hole right there. See, at first, when you first get started, you skip one, but now you go back into that very same hole. Okay, so my next row will be, I'm almost back to where I was. It will be a chain one and a start off with a single crochet in that space. And then I add my stitch marker. I started with single, half double, single. I'm just going to go on and work on this, and thank you, the Moody Artist, for staying with me this long. Single crochet through all of my blunders, and okay, stop talking. Stop talking. Single HTC. Okay, single HTC. HTC. Single and HTC. Yeah, I was let me put this in here. I shouldn't be struggling, but I can feel that I have a little frustration from messing up my first round, my first time. So I need to relax a little bit. I don't like to be uptight when I'm crocheting. I don't want any bad vibes to go into my work. I want this to be anointed with God's Holy Spirit. Okay, so I'm going back on my work. I had something else I was going to talk about in between the row, but I forgot what it was. So we're going to go ahead. Maybe it'll come back to me. We did our chain one. Next, our sequence is HTC SC. So here we go. HTC. I can't wait until I learn how to do better editing and have music on while I'm crocheting, because that is really my sweet spot. That music playing in the background while I'm crocheting, that is, ooh, child, I'll start rocking and crocheting and counting, honey. I will be in my zone. Okay, I'm on row 6. Let me look at this. I think somebody came in. Thank you, Moody Artist. Hello, Big Rooster. How are you? My new friends are coming in to see me, and I am so proud of this. I'm just so excited. Thank you all for coming, and I hope that we continue. We will continue. There's no hope to it. We will continue to be friends. And a lot of these people I'm meeting, they are not even in the crafty crochet community, but they're here. And I thank you. Okay, so I chained one. I did an HDC, and my sequence is HDC and SC all the way back. SC, HDC. Okay. I feel myself relaxing. SC, HDC. It's all in the elbows and hands. HDC. SC. Straighten up my back. HDC. Let's see. This is supposed to be a relaxing process. HDC. SC. Yes. HDC. SC. Yep, I can feel the rhythm now. HDC. SC. HDC. Wait, I didn't grab that up right. HDC. SC. HDC. SC. HDC. SC. HDC. And AC. Okay, I made it to the end of that row. A win is a win. A win is a win. Okay, so I'm at the end of that. It still looks pretty straight on both ends. So I will go on to row 7. Okay, that's where we chain 1 at the end of each row. And we turn our work like that. And because I started with HDC, this time I'm going to do a SC and an HDC sequence on this row 7. Okay. I know that a lot of people have times scheduled for when they come on and everything. I just want to thank you for stopping everybody by to be with me. I don't have a scheduled time. As a matter of fact, this is my second live. Well, it's my second attempt at my second live. Okay, I hope you can still hear me. My phone was just ringing again. So I'm going to do this one row and I'm going to go ahead and end this because I think it's time for me to take my daughter to the doctor. Okay, so we're going to do this last row because my phone keeps ringing, and then we'll end it. That's HDC, single, 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 as you see, single, as you see, single, as you see, single, as you see, single, and the last stitch is an HDC. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Uh, I know that each time I do it, I will get better and better, and I will become more relaxed with doing this and maybe make fewer mistakes. I don't know. But I pray that everything I have done today has been in God's perfect will. And I pray that I have been an inspiration with something that I have said or done to help elevate someone else's life. Thank you so much for coming. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.